Out here about to get loaded up today. 2 moving trucks. Got a ramp here, so that's good. Hate having to pull out my ramps, but still got to pull them out anyways to put this truck on the top deck. So, all right, let's get to it. Got both trucks on. Moved out of this guy's way so that he can use the dock, because you know us flatbedders will consider it for other drivers. I'm about to finish securing her down, and I'm about to get out of here. Got it all loaded up here. I need to go find my measuring tape though, because the front looks kind of tall. I'm gonna go measure it. Made it to the delivery safely. This load was actually 13.9. I don't recommend doing stuff like this, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, man. You know, every now and then you gotta be an outlaw. Everybody wanna be an outlaw till it's time to do outlaw things. These people where I delivered to, they're pretty nice. Their shop welded my light back on for me. As you can see, this is where it was all broke up and stuff at. For a 2024 trailer, I'm sure it's crappy. I don't know how it rusted because I ain't been going through no snow, but it happens. About to get loaded. About to get some precast cement going up to a job site over here at Onsen. I believe that's what it's called, over here in North Las Vegas. Quick little easy load. Couldn't find it out of Utah. The only good load I could find. They weren't doing no new setup, so couldn't get a carrier packet from them. Paid good too, but hey, it happens sometimes. All finished here, as you can see. Last time I came here, I think I do 3 straps on the top and 5 straps on the bottom, but it's only 27,000 pounds, so it should be good. About to get ready to go head up to the job site in Central California. Wish me luck. That's just been one crappy week for me. Seem to have this problem every time I go up to Utah. Just never have no luck. Went up there a couple weeks ago. My truck broke down up there. Broke down Wednesday evening. Didn't leave till Friday evening. Couldn't find a load. Had to deadhead 600 miles back home. And I went up there this week. Wasn't no better. It was actually pretty bad. I was 13.9 on the load that I picked up. They needed it on a low pro step deck. I told the broker about it after I delivered. You know, I've been around the route so many times, so I knew that being 13.9, I was gonna make it under every bridge. Just was more worried about DOT, but as soon as I picked up the load, I turned out the facility and drove 2 miles the road, and inside the rest area, guess who was set up there? All trucks must pull in. All DOT officers and CARB enforcement. I'm not supposed to really be in California. It's not that my truck has the emissions gone from it or anything, but I've been fighting with the check engine light since it was brand new, so it's never been able to really pass emissions. I guess it doesn't emit any emissions because I went across their little machine and it didn't pick mines up. They didn't pull me in or anything. So they had a lot of trucks in there, a lot of deleted trucks. Had a 379 in there, you know, 379 never came with any emission system on it, so pretty sure a lot of them got fines. We made it up there to Utah though safely. I delivered I was told that I was supposed to have ramps, and I got up there. They actually had a ramp, but they didn't tell me after I already had set up my ramps to unload it. I guess one of the guys didn't know that they had a dock there. He just works in the office, so I got the first truck off, and somebody helped me. I got the first truck off and unloaded it. Then I put my ramps up and I went and used the dock. But they were pretty nice. I had a broken light on the trailer. You know, they welded it all up for me, so I really appreciate that part. You know, they did it for free too. They really looked out for me, so I really appreciate that. But I ended up having to deadhead back to Vegas to get a load. It wasn't even the best of loads. It was some precast stuff. As you can see in my video earlier. And I brought it up here to Madera, California, and they told me that I would be truck number 1. I guess he liked that I spoke English or whatever and wasn't giving him any problems. But I got up here, and I'm most definitely not truck number 1. Actually, I'm one of the last trucks due to the specific prefab that I have. Me and another driver, they're not talking about not loading us till this afternoon. So it's Friday, got a flatbed, or a step deck technically. So it looks like it's gonna be a bad week again. So probably gonna deliver here in Deadhead, 200 miles back to the house and shut it down for the weekend and take my losses. It's part of trucking. Everybody always talks about the money that they're making, but nobody ever talks about the downs. And a lot of times, usually more up and downs. You can run have 2 good weeks, and then for the next month it'll be bad. But nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about the mental health, the stress that comes with it, all the breakdowns. It's always money, 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 money. And that's why the trucking industry is messed up right now. Everybody came out here for the money and messed everything up. It's not always about money. I came out here, it was more of a passion. So I said it's gonna take my L's and figure it out, start again next week. I seem to have the best runs out of, when I go down to Laredo, and when I'm running around hauling steel out of like Arkansas and Tennessee and those areas, that's when I have the best. But with the step deck and the Volvo, and I just put the headache rack on there, it's a heavy setup. The Volvo's already heavy. I think my truck weighs, I want to say 18,500 pounds by itself. And that was before all of my equipment or anything was on this truck. I'm talking about just basically emptying probably full fuel tanks. And then I got that rental trailer back there. It's a steel / aluminum. It's a combo trailer. I want to say before I had the headache rack on full tanks, I was 32,000 or 34 when I scaled it in. I can't remember, but all I know is before the headache rack, I could only scale 46.5 max. A lot of the loads, they're usually 47, 48. A lot of them really flatbed loads. So I try to just book light. I really try not to haul anything over 40,000 pounds. Especially not out of California. I mean, unless I'm going east, but I usually won't haul in due to the fact that it's not a California legal spread on it. So it's either closed or open, and on the tandem, it can be iffy. It's not like, the regular reefer where I can slide it back a couple of holes and, get away with it. It's either it's open or it's closed. So, it's 53 footer. And if it's open and you get caught, it's probably going to get a ticket. Probably going to tell you, like, to close it, which is already hard to close when it's loaded. And then it's California, so just imagine what can happen. You get a ticket for being over length, and then you get a ticket for being overweight. And just what it is. But yeah, I guess wish me the best of luck, guys.